Roses have fooled us for centuries. People think, aw, so romantic, so innocent. But when in reality, Rose is the queen of seduction. She is sitting at the poker table with stilettos, dealing cards with one hand and stealing your soul with the other. Today, I'm showing you rose perfumes that aren't fragile bouquets. They are femme fatales. These are the scents that whisper, come closer, and then rob you blind with a smile. Let's go. Before we start, I want to give a shout out to Naturally Liz. She actually did a video on roses about how they get a bad rep of being grandma scent, like grandmothers wear. That's what motivated me to do this video, to give roses the highlight, the platform to showcase how seductive, beautiful, sexy, unique, challenging, and really exciting they can be. And also unisex. So let's go ahead and dive in. First up, I think it's really important to start with this rose perfume because it paved the way and it really changed the perception of rose perfumes, and it took over the internet when it came out. And since then, it has so many inspired by perfumes, it's not even funny. And this is not the original. Delina Exclusif. Oh yeah. I have to start with this because to me, when I smelled this, I was one of those people who had that perception of rose perfumes being so outdated. But the day I smelled this, it changed my perception like 360. Well, 360 takes you back to where you were 180. So yeah, this is exceptional. Is it outdone, like redone? I wouldn't say underdone, overdone. Yes, absolutely. But that's because it is a masterpiece and it is unique. Debatable, absolutely. There are people who love it and there are people who don't like it, and that is a-okay. But at the end of the day, you still have to give credit where credit is due because this is unique and it really changed the game. So let's dive into the notes. Lychee, pear, bergamot, grapefruit, pink pepper, Turkish rose, oud, incense, vanilla, amber, woody notes, musk, vetiver, and everneal. This is not the cute pink pony Delina everyone thinks they know. This is Delina, who had one too many martinis, blocked her ex, and now charges $200 an hour for breaking hearts. Amazing. Creamy rose wrapped in smoky oud and incense. Sweet but dangerous. She is bougie, wears silk gowns at brunch, and probably has 5 men paying her rent without knowing about each other. I believe it. Very scandalous, like, oh yeah, but she gets things done. Don't underestimate her. But yeah, I can't because of my nose, I can't do the OG, gave it to my sister. That's why I'm stuck with Exclusive. This works for me. So if you haven't tried Delina Exclusive, this, I mean, where have you been? As long as you've been on this planet, where have you been? Yeah, it's your cue. The next one, talk about Femme Fatale. You know I have to bring it. Fetiche La Rose. Oh yeah. This is your spicy, cherry, powdery rose. I'm so tempted. I have 2 more videos to go, so I shouldn't. But oh my goodness. Initially when I got it, I was disappointed because the longevity wasn't there. But I left it alone for a little bit. Went back to it. I only need 1 or 2 sprays now. It is a power bomb. Power bomb. Note-wise, it has black cherry, rose, pink pepper, and ginger. This is rose dipped in black cherry and dusted with ginger. It doesn't want flowers. It wants your inheritance. Playful at first, but sharp and biting. Sweet cherry lures you in. Then ginger slaps you awake. Imagine the femme fatale laughing at your joke while planning your downfall. Yeah. Even the spikiness, I mean, it is fetiche. What do you expect? Yeah, this is dangerous. You don't play with this. You have to be serious. Like that, you need to have a serious conversation when you wear this. This is not for the playful fun. Oh no, this is serious. When you wear it, you know what serious means. Like it will keep you in check. Yeah. If you haven't tried Fetiche La Rose, this is your cue. Next one, another favorite. This is the Oud version of Rose. This is Oud Satin Mood Extrait by the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Now, the original also applies here. Either one is fine because they both have oud and rose, but this is rose done in the most exotic type of way. This is one of a kind. Another one that I feel like from the house, yes, it's spoken about, but maybe because of its heaviness, it's not as talked as much as the Baccarats. What else? I guess Gentle Fluidity Gold. Yeah, but this is amazing. So it comes in with violet, geranium, Ceylon cinnamon, damask rose, Turkish rose, oud, vanilla, amber, caramel, benzoin, musk, and cedar. This is Rose in a velvet gown, walking into a room where everyone suddenly forgets how to breathe. Satin, yes. Mood, fatal. A rich syrup rose wrapped in oud and caramelized vanilla. It is opulent, commanding, like someone who doesn't need to raise their voice to own the room. If Cleopatra bottled her aura, this will be it. Oh yeah. And she doesn't need much, neither does this one. One spray, walk through. Don't even spray it on yourself, just walk through it. If you're a beginner, yeah. I think I may have shared this story about the original where my sister, I think we were somewhere and she grabbed the bottle. She never tried it. She was thinking, another one of those. She went ham all over. I think she was choking by the time she was done. Poor thing. But yeah, this is one of those, like, please go easy on it. Throughout the day, she was like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, hey, you should have asked. But yeah, this is one of those perfumes. Do not play with it. Please go easy on the trigger. Next up, Les Sables Roses by the house of Louis Vuitton. Oh my goodness. Another one that I'm trying to get my nose on, Matière Noire. Yeah, I'm addicted on that one, but that's coming soon. In the meantime, let's talk about Les Sables Roses. This is rose, Bulgarian rose, oud, ambergris, saffron, and black pepper. This rose doesn't bloom in a garden. It rises from the desert, wearing gold jewelry hotter than the sun. It's dry, spicy, and salty rose. Think dunes, winds, and mystery caravans. Oud gives it backbone, saffron gives it a glow. This is the femme fatale who tells you she'll call and never does. Yeah. The darkness already speaks for itself, but the scent. I had to open it. Oof. 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 Oh, I'm in trouble this winter, people. I'm in trouble with these heavy hitters. The thing about Louis Vuitton, even like the heavy scents, they make them smell so simple, so palatable, so easy to wear. And that's why I was talking about Matière Noire, because I was smelling it like somebody sent me the sample, and it is so simple and amazing, and has oud, and it's just amazing. And same thing with this, it has oud and rose. I have several oud and rose combo perfumes. Several. That's one of my favorite notes. Scent profile. But this one is different. I don't know how else to explain it. And the only way I can explain it is by telling you, like, it has that Louis Vuitton DNA. The simplicity of it, while still maintaining that rose. Why do I keep saying rose? That rose oud combo, magical. Just magical. So if you haven't tried the Sables Rose, my French is getting ahead of me. Please give it a shot. Next up, Rosario. Another one that took my summer by surprise. Another one I slept on and I blame myself for it. Now I think I have 2 or 3 backups. That's how much hooked I am on this. I think at this point I only have 2 perfumes that I have backups. This is one of them. And where is it? Ooh, I must be hiding it. But Existence. Yeah. Those are the 2. That's it. This is amazing. Fresh, watery rose perfume. But there's a kick to it that makes it last long, that gives it that sharpness, that makes it very seductive at the same time. It comes in with lemon, pomegranate, primrose, coriander, rose, peony, freesia, ambergris, vetiver, and incense. The pretty one at the party you thought was approachable until she turned around with eyes like knives. Fresh, fruity rose with pomegranate brightness that turns smoky and spiritual. It's a balancing act of light and shadow. She will flirt with you in daylight, but she's dancing with fire at night. Yeah. I think the spiciness, there's a spiciness that gives it longevity, and it kind of tickles my nose at the same time, but it's so enjoyable. It's so unique, but in a very simplistic way. Very wearable for the hot weather. Oh my God. If you live in the hot area, this should be on a regular, on a repeat on your collection. Like, that's how good this is. So if you haven't tried Rosario, it's going to become a little bit cheaper now that we're transitioning into the colder weather, because people are now going to gravitate towards it, but this is super refreshing. So give it a shot. This next perfume was actually a recommendation by one of my subscribers who watched my video when I was talking about Rosario, and they said they got it, they were so happy, and they recommended me to try this perfume, and I'm so happy that they did, because this is exceptional. So I'm going to apologize for my French before I start to butcher it. This is Promenade Sur Le Rocher by the House of Grace de Monaco. Very similar to Rosario in the opening, but the dry down, I think it gets a little bit warmer instead of staying fresh, while still maintaining that sweet, resinous, exotic rose scent profile that is intoxicating and truly seductive. Really, really magical. So thanks for the recommendation. I really appreciate it. This comes in with French rose, jasmine, bergamot, damask rose, ylang ylang, amber, patchouli, vanilla, musk, and vetiver. Imagine Grace Kelly disguised as a spy, pearls, red lips, and a gun hidden in her clutch. That's this perfume. Classic elegance with a sharp twist. It's powdery roses draped over patchouli and amber. Very, yes darling, I love you, while signing divorce papers with the other hand. Yeah, well said. Yep, this is a good one. A really, really good one. It took me by surprise. I like the way it transitioned and it warmed up. Yeah, this was really good. I'm glad I got it into my collection, and I want to explore the house a little bit more. So thanks for the recommendation once again. And again, this is Promenade Sur Le Rocher by the House of Grace de Monaco. And you know I have to mention this perfume. Talking about rose, are you kidding me? Rozzo by the House of Atelier Des Sens. Wow, 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 wow. You guys have heard me talk about this in my videos. I have begged people to try it. I will continue to beg for people to try it. I cannot wait to wear this in this colder weather that's coming up. Oh, this is exotic. It comes in with rose, jasmine, peach, blackcurrant, and oud. This is Rose, but she's not sipping tea. She's drinking peach bellinis and breaking engagements. This is a jammy, fruit rose cut with smoky oud. It is luscious but grounded, like a femme fatale who knows how to switch from champagne giggles to dead serious threats in 2 seconds flat. Oh yeah, this is seductiveness. That jamminess of that peach mixed with the rose, holy cow. And I think the oud brings everything together. I wouldn't say you would smell the oud in here. It just plays a background role to make sure that both the peach and rose come to life in a very strong way. Wow, well done by the house. Less talk about, but deserves a lot of attention. So if you haven't tried Rozzo, this is your sign. Next up, Rose 31 by the house of, ooh, the light is too strong, Labo. Oh yeah. This one, when you sprayed at the beginning, it was not, it didn't excite me, let's put it that way. But the dry down is where the magic happens. It comes to life and it becomes so enjoyable during the dry down. So it comes in with rose, cumin, vetiver, cedar, musk, gaiac wood, oud, olibanum, and labdanum. I did not know this had oud. Interesting. Rose, but in combat boots. She's not here to seduce. She's here to take over your empire. You go, girl. Dry, spicy, almost sweaty rose. That cumin, wow, yeah. Paired with smoky woods, it's rugged, it's unisex, and merciless. This is the rose that carries a dagger, not a bouquet. Oh yeah. It has a powdery nature to it, which gives it that spiciness. But I really love the oud. It's different. I think I would more say it has like some type of iris or something. Does it have iris? I may have missed that. But it has that powderiness. This is a powdery rose that is so intoxicating. And that's what made me gravitate towards it and strongly, strongly recommend. So if you haven't tried Rose 31 by the House of Labo, please get a sample. And this one is a masterpiece. Hands down. Portrait of a Lady by the House of Frederic Malle, a Dominique Ropion creation. Holy cow. To me, this is one of the sexiest perfumes that I feel like that's out there. Haven't smelled it on a guy. This one I would say will be more leaning feminine, but if a guy wears it, I wouldn't be mad because there's that thing that makes it really, really, really sensual, really enjoyable. But let's go over the notes. Rose, clove, raspberry, blackcurrant, cinnamon, red berries, Turkish rose, patchouli, incense, sandalwood, ylang ylang, musk, benzoin, amber, cedar, ambergris, and vanilla. This is the femme fatale. No arguments. She walks in and the floorboards creak in submission. It is dark patchouli, and incense strangle the rose until it screams in velvet. It's rich, it is gothic, and very decadent. A perfume that could ruin marriage without even trying. I believe it. It is hardcore, like a masterpiece. Dominique Ropion did his thing with this one, and that's why it's so popular. It's been around and it's timeless. So if you want that type of scent, strongly recommend getting this into your collection. it is seductive. Last but not least, this house I'm exploring more and more these days, and I'm finding a few gems, and this is one of them. And this is African Rose by the House of Memo, Paris. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Another spicy, powdery rose that I think if you want, for example, if you want like a rose vanilla mix, you can layer this with a vanilla. You can layer this with oud perfume and it will come to life like no other. But on its own, magical. Note-wise, it comes in with geranium, cumin, bergamot, cardamom, saffron, patchouli, and of course rose, leather, vetiver, musk, and oud. This is rose hunting under the African sun. Not delicate, this one is armed with leather and saffron. It's spicy, leathery, and definitely animalic. A primal rose dripping in danger. If the other femme fatales are casino queens, this one's in the wild, setting traps you will gladly fall into. And I believe it. Oh yeah, this is seductive. Ha! Galore. Ooh, I smell the oud. I really do. With this one, I do. Like, just from the bottle, I smell it. So this is strong, this is powerful, this is not here to play, but the rose will take charge. Oh yeah, this is seductive. So if you haven't had your nose on African rose, don't walk, run. So there you have it, folks. Those are the 10 rose femme fatale perfumes that I wanted to share that are not just pretty, but ruthless, merciless. Oh yeah, absolutely femme fatale. So these are the ones that I really feel like they really changed the definition of what a rose perfume is supposed to be like. It's not always grandma-like. It's not always innocent and sweet and pretty. Oh no, those days are over. And these roses have taken charge and they said we're here to stay. So I strongly, strongly, strongly recommend for you to get your noses on these perfumes. If you haven't been a rose fan, I believe one of these scents could probably, possibly, highly likely change your perception. So let me know in the comment section if you've tried any rose that really stood out to you, that you feel is like a masterpiece. I want to know. In the meantime, as always, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, this is your cue. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And they have started this new thing called Hype. If you enjoy it, hype me up. Appreciate it. Once again, thanks for watching. More to come. Until then, stay tuned. Bye.